Hey guys, I know it's been kind of a minute since I've uploaded any sort of video or anything, but I got some news for you guys, as well as this video I'm going to be doing a full kit breakdown, going over my first, second, third line, and my rifle as well. So I guess that's four things to go over. So if you guys are wondering why I haven't been making actual videos in a while, or this video's come out before an actual video, it's because before I was going to record more footage, I got in a snowmobile accident. And my literally every single piece of my gear is fine. Also, excuse my nasally voice. It's cold. Literally every single piece of my gear was fine, except for my GoPro mount and my GoPro case. Both of those things broke. My GoPro's fine, but I need to get a new GoPro mount and GoPro case. First thing we'll go over is my rifle. Just get that out of the way quickly. This is a Bushmaster XM15. Funnily enough, this was a California compliant rifle, but I quickly fixed that to not be California compliant. All it was just a 5-round magazine that was inside of the lower that was needed to be removed with pliers. So that's all that it was. Next thing, I guess I'll go, besides that little lore thing, I guess I'll go tip to butt with the rifle, starting with the front. So standard A2 birdcage, but on the gas block I have I believe this is a Purse 4 laser. It's an alright laser. It's not the best thing on the planet, but you know, it does its job, and it at least retains zero sometimes. The IR laser and the physical laser though aren't. They're not slaved. So you either have to have one or the other in order to have one of them zeroed, which does kind of suck. Right now I have the IR laser. Right now I have the IR laser slaved because I mostly use that with my night vision. I don't really use the physical laser without night vision, so there's no really reason to. And then on the other side I have, I believe this is some sort of mod light. I don't remember the exact model. I just remember I'm pretty sure it's mod light. It's a decent white light. Yeah, I know, I gotta get a cap for it, but it is what it is. Pressure pad that came with the Purse 4, and then I think this is Magpul furniture. So I think it's a MOE handguard and an MOE grip that I usually just use as a hand stop. That's usually what I just use it for. My scope, I use this is a SIG, what is it? It's a SIG Bravo Tango Sigma Male, Alpha Zulu, whatever the fuck, PVO, LPVO, and it's in 1 through 6. So honestly, it's not the best scope ever, but it does its job, and where I live, I don't really need that much magnification. A lot of it is just forested. As you can see behind me, I do have trees behind me. Then underneath that, I have a backup iron sight that came with the Bushmaster. So maybe this is a Bushmaster iron sight. I don't know. It's just a backup iron that came with it. My charging handle is a Super Gheisley charging handle. I love this thing. Get a close up for you guys. This thing has been fucking awesome. This is by far my favorite my favorite charging handle, just because it's ambidextrous. Below that, I have a mag pull. I think this is a K2 grip, and then I think this is also a, what is this? This is CTR stock. Again, not the best stock in the world, but it does its job. And then a lot of you guys might be wondering what trigger I'm using, because you guys obviously see in some of my videos, this is my main rifle. Has a super safety in it. It's the D&T super safety, along with an H3 buffer tube, and that's the setup that I got to make this thing run. If you plan on putting an H3 buffer and a super safety in your rifle, it might work, it might not work. That's entirely up to how your rifle works and how it's gassed. So going off my first line kit, again, I think I'll just go boots to my head, just so it's easier to do that. So also keep in mind this is my winter kit, because you know there's snow out right now, so this is going to be a little bit different than my whatchamacallit, like spring, summer, autumn kit, which I might do separate videos for those kits if you guys are interested, if you guys want to see those kits. But starting off with the boots, these are really shitty 𝐅𝐔𝐋𝐋 boots. I don't remember the exact name. I would not recommend them, especially for like snow or if you're in a wet environment. These things aren't very great. They're not waterproof, and they kill your feet really fast. I have not had good luck with these, so I will be upgrading them in the future. So if you want 𝐅𝐔𝐋𝐋, you know, I'll put the image right here or whatever. So if you want 𝐅𝐔𝐋𝐋, there you go. On my pants, I guess they're waffle bottoms. In the winter, I'll wear waffle bottoms along with this. I think this is experimental snow marpat. Also, if you guys see blood on my gear, it's because of the snowmobile crash I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I wear my bottoms. I'll wear snow marpat for the snow, and then my top is usually woodland marpat. Usually because the thought process is my top half is going to be more in line with the trees and my bottom's going to be more in line with the snow on the ground. If I am, for some reason, traversing through a very open field, I do have a snow marpat parka, but because eBay sucks, it hasn't arrived yet. Moving on to my top layer, I have a waffle top system underneath this. This thing's fucking great. I love it. Peak. Even if you're not into military gear, I definitely recommend getting a waffle top. They're just perfect. They really are. And then on top of that, I have this woodland marpat BDU top. On this pocket, I usually keep my wallet. My phone goes in this one. And then iodine tablets and anti-diarrheal tablets go in these two pockets on here. And then usually for my face coverings, you know, whatever, it really doesn't matter. To be honest with you, if I'm not wearing face camo and I'm wearing like, you know, like this, for example, I will be wearing either a 𝐅𝐔𝐋𝐋, I think it's 𝐅𝐔𝐋𝐋 balaclava. I'll put that right here, if that's the right name. And then, as you see me wearing right now, Commando Store's 84 balaclava. I love these things. I usually wear a coyote one, but I couldn't find it, so I just grabbed my gray one for this video. And then getting to my helmet, this is going to be a little bit more different than my previous setups, specifically because it's winter. I've also changed some stuff around on my helmets a little bit, so it's a little different. And I'll get up close so you guys can see more details. So it's a Hardhead Veterans, whatever their high cut one is. Would not really recommend it. It's not a great helmet. I would personally, if I had to do this again, I'd save the extra. I would save an extra like 200, maybe 250, and just get like a Team Wendy helmet, because these things aren't that great. And I did do some modifications to this thing. The padding's different than how it comes out of the box. It is all the pads that came with the helmet though. I did also swap out the M-LOK. It came with an M-LOK helmet rail. I fucking hate M-LOK. Swapped it out for arc rails. I just had these Team Windy ones that were just sitting around, so I swapped them out. And for my ear pro, I was wearing contact clones, but I swapped them out for these ear mores. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't really gone that much like shooting with these yet. But these things are pretty great. I do like these things a lot more. I know that you can get these adapters with the contact clones anyway, but I do enjoy these a lot more, especially on my helmet. I use on the top of my helmet, getting to the scrim part, I use I think it's 100 Concepts scrim base. I got it off of eBay for like 15 bucks. So I just threw that on here. And then I took a bunch of uniforms, like OCP, Navy working uniform, and Marpat, and I just cut them all up into little uniform strips and just tied them off onto the scrim base. Then for specifically for winter, or if I'm doing like off-roading stuff with my helmet on, I like to keep this, I think they're Oakley A-frames, I believe. I wanted to get the OG assault A-frames that they had in Afghanistan and Iraq, like in 2005, but they are literally impossible to find, so I just took a set of white ones and spray painted them khaki best I could. So getting on to my second line, should probably go over what exactly it is first. Crossfire DZ rig, it's pretty great. You know what, I'm just gonna take my Rook. Crossfire DZ rig. Pretty decent belt kit. Honestly, this thing's worked a lot better than I thought it would be, but also it is like $400 or something like that, so I'm not really that surprised that it works the way it does. So on the front parts, I keep Condor gadget pouches, and on this side, I believe this is I keep my fire starter, I keep fire starter kit, lighter, and then I think on the top part is my compass. Magazine pouch, usually I'll keep 3 magazines in here. These magazine pouches hold 3 magazines at a time, that's why I love them. Usually I like the windowed PMags a little bit more than regular ones, but honestly it doesn't matter to me, as long as it runs. And then on this side, right here, I have a Molly 2 canteen pouch, and inside of it, I'm sure you guys have seen a similar setup to Cytoxel. I keep my PVS 14 inside there, and it's just a standard mil-spec PVS 14 that I think I got it off of eBay. And then in the other pockets on this side, I keep the objective lens I keep in here, as well as some other extras that came with it. And then on the other side right here, I keep batteries. Here, I keep one of my water pouches, and I use Nalgene pouches instead of canteens, because personally I think Nalgenes I think these are way better than standard canteens. And inside of that, I keep my toques. I don't know why there's water in there, probably from snow. I keep a Toques titanium pot, and what's nice about it is this goes on the bottom, and this just fits into the Toques titanium pot perfectly. And then I keep my yoke clear on the back, and on the butt pack / sustainment pouch kit. Let me set this down. All right, now that we're on the ground, this is actually way better. I don't know why I didn't just start with this. On the sustainment butt pouch right here, I think this is what is this? 𝐁𝑑𝐄𝐀𝐊𝐃, whatever, water filter. I think everyone should at least have 2 of these in their kit. I have another one in my 3rd line. Sea to Summit dry bag. I keep warming layers in here for especially this time of year. A MRE that has all of the useless shit taken out of it, because honestly, they pack these things with way too much shit, and it's just held together with a Ranger band. Nothing too special. but I also have a rain poncho, but should probably swap this out for my West German poncho for winter. But I use this thing for tarps and tents most of the time, and this thing works great. I have a little Christ flag, you know, gotta represent Christ. On top of the butt sustainment pouch, I keep my IFAT kit, and it's a Blue Force clone. Albeit I think this one's better because I don't know where my trauma shears go. I think they might have fallen. I think they fell off when I hit the ground. There's this little dangler thing right here that I keep a tourniquet and my trauma shears in, and then this is just a pull away with chest seals, emergency blankets, and you know, all that shit. On the other side, it's not too different. Again, another Nalgene pouch, but this side I keep a Toaks fire windscreen. I'll put that on right here, and that works great for keeping my fire unraped by wind, especially in these Arctic climates of Michigan. I forgot to mention, I have a dump pouch underneath my NVG pouch, and then I have a radio pouch, but my radio broke, so I need to get a new one. You can see, kinda, I leave 2 tourniquet pouches. I believe these are USMC tourniquet pouches with tourniquets in them, just for quick access. I keep a Glock knife. I do have a custom sheath coming, but it hasn't arrived yet. And then just a standard PTT, you know, that it's wired down to where my radio pouch is. Finally getting to my third line. This is what I keep in my rucksack. And my rucksack is a Rush 100 60 liter from 511. And I like this one a little bit more. I was running a Philby, but this one I like a lot more because, you know, it's more vertical than how the Philby is. I think the Philby is a lot fatter, but not as vertical. This one aligns really well with your spine. On my rucksack, my third line, on the bottom part, I keep a folding sleeping mat. This thing's okay. Honestly, if you want, I'd probably just recommend getting a civilian version. On my bottom part, my bottom compartment, right here, I keep a M50 gas mask. This one was surplus issue, I think. Military issue turned surplus. One of my friends gave it to me who got out of mechanized infantry. I traded it. I used to have an M40 gas mask, but I traded it with him. So now I have this. And you know, if this kind of works a little bit better than the M40, I've noticed. So you know, I just use this instead. The carabiner right here that has my gloves, they're just mechanics. They have these attached to them along with just a canteen. I know I said I don't like canteens, but because this is just dangling on my rucksack, it's not really that big of a deal to me. And then I also have an MRE spoon right here that came out of the stripped MRE kit that I had in my second line. And this, you know, why not, you know, in case I need one. I do have a Toke spoon in my my second line. I forgot to mention that, but you know, I also have this, so you know. On the sides of the pockets, I keep emergency waters and MREs. This side is, what is this? I think this is Chili Mac with some emergency waters on this side. A bunch of condiments, as well as a what is this? I think this one might be cheese pizza, I think. So I don't know. I've never had cheese pizza, so it's new. It's new to my rucksack. I like chili mac, but I don't know about the cheese pizza. I also keep a buck. I think this is a buck 110 knife onto one of these straps, along with this dangler rope. And I like to use this one just so if someone needs to pull my gear or pull me, they can just unclip this carabiner right here and clip it to them and then pull me away if I'm like injured or whatever. Then on top, I keep more warming layers. I keep trigger mittens, fleece cap, and a Polartec balaclava that still has my blood stains. The inside of the ruck, there's some different little knickknacks in here. So right here I have my boonie cap, and it's kind of squished out right now, so you probably wouldn't be able to tell if it's a boonie cap, but I have a skull crusher mount inside of it, along with a headband with 𝐁𝐑𝐄𝐃 clones on them. These were the 𝐁𝐑𝐃s that I was wearing on my helmet for the longest time, but I swapped these out for to be put on the headband. And this is for, you know, if I don't want to wear my helmet, but I still want 𝐅𝐔𝐋𝐋 and also way to mount nods, I just have this thing. I might swap out the Rhino or the Skull Crusher mount for some other sort of thing, but for now I think this works well. I have I think this is a 𝐅𝐔𝐋𝐋 leaf suit. I think this is the V5 version, so this one's great for spring and summer, but I do need to get a winter and fall version. Fleece, Whoopee in the fleece thing, sleeping bag. And then in this compartment I keep my Bible. I keep this on me at all times. You know, if I want to do reading or whatever. And then on the bottom of that, actually, I do have more shit. I keep a Right in the Rain, as well as a laundry bag and a note-taking device with some glow sticks and pens attached to it. Yeah, that's my entire first, second, third line, as well as my rifle. Might make an update to this video once I get more of my gear that's coming in. If you guys want to see like more specific stuff, let me know, because this was kind of just a all-around video on all my stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to see more like actual in-depth, like quick things, I might even just put them on the Discord. I have a what do they call it? What do these kids call it? I do have a GOI cord. Link will be below. Leave a Google Doc below as well, because I don't think YouTube allows you to actually put in links to stuff. So I'll put a Google Doc either on the GOI cord or in the description, either or maybe both, for people who are already in there. But yeah, hopefully my new GoPro stuff arrives soon. We'll see. So that'll mean actual videos soon. So yeah. Anyway, God be with you.